Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Thank you, Jesus.
Thank the TV folks for being here today, and help us get the word out about how good God is. Is He a great God? Amen. National Day to honor Him and to look to Him for our many, many needs that we have in this country. The food is provided today, and we're grateful for that. Was it a great meal?
I know some of you remember back in the 50s and 60s, the old Chinese detective, Charlie Chan. He had number one son, number two son. Well, Joey's my number two son. He served in the Navy for 8 years. He played football for Dublin High in the middle 70s for 4 years. He graduated from Southern Union State Community College in Opelika, Alabama, and he's also a painter. So if you need your house or outside or inside painted, just call him. So Joey, you want to come up?
When y'all look at this, what do you see? Do you see a pretty piece of cloth, nice colors, 8 of them stars looking nice? Do you see the purity of a nation in the white? Do you see the honor and courage in the blue of those who gave their blood so all these stars could be on here? These stars wasn't just given. You had to earn them. You know, I spent 8 years in the Navy, and over the years traveling and working with all different people. Well, you was in the military, what you do, they always want a story. Well, over the years, I've learned there's only one story I could tell. And there's a lot of y'all done heard this story many times. But I walked through a county courthouse square one day. On a park bench, an old man was sitting there. I said, your courthouse about ran down. He said, no, it'll do for our little town. I said, well, your flagpole's leaning, and that's a ragged old flag you got hanging on it. He said, it's the first time you've been to our little town? I said, yeah, I think it is. He said, well, have a seat. I sat down. He said, you know, we don't like to brag, but we sort of proud of that ragged old flag. See, she got a bullet hole tonight that Washington took her across to Delaware. She got powder burns the night that Francis Scott Key sat watching writing, Oh, Say, Can You See? She got a bad rip in New Orleans with Jackson and Pakenham tugging at a seam, and she almost fell at the Alamo with the Texas flag. But she waved on. She got cut by a sword at Chancellorsville. She got cut again at Shiloh's Hill. There was Robert E. Lee, Beauregard, and Bragg, and the South went blue hard on that ragged old flag. On Flanders Field in World War I, she got a big hole from a Bertha gun. She turned blood red in World War II, and she's hung limp and low a time or two. She was in Korea, Vietnam, Iraq, Afghanistan. She goes where she's sent by her Uncle Sam. She's waved high from my ships upon the mighty seas, but she's about quit waving back here at home. In her own country, she's been burnt, dishonored, spit on, stepped on, and even the government for which she stands is scandalized throughout this land. She's getting threadbare and she's wearing thin, but I think she's do okay because she's been through the fire before. We raise her up every morning. We take her down every night. We fold her up right, and we don't let her touch the ground. You know, on second thought, I do like to brag. I'm mighty proud of that ragged old flag. Thank you.
Get around this cord. See if I don't get strangled.
have to be a soldier in a uniform to be of service over there. While the boys so bravely stand with the weapons made by hand, let us trust and use the weapon of prayer. In that land across the sea, there's a job for you and me. Though the presence there may not be found, we must stay each night and day on this battlefield to pray. We must never let our weapons down. We don't have to be a soldier in a uniform to be of service over there. While the boys so bravely stand with the weapons made by hand, let us trust and use the weapon of prayer. Many thousand miles away, someone sheds their blood today. With a heart so true and brave, they've gone to a war that's yours and mine. Let us join the battle line with a weapon that will save our home. We don't have to be a soldier in a uniform to be of service over